Hey, thanks for slithering in. I am Symtherin. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome in if you are new. Today we are working on such a fun build. We are working on the Fixer Upper collab that is hosted by Juby Sims and That One Green Leaf. All of that is going to be in the description below so you guys can check it out along with all of the other amazing creators. But first, believe it or not, The Sims is celebrating 25 years with a big sale. Many packs are 25 to 50% off, including the brand new Life and Death expansion pack that just got released at the end of last year. And if you use my creator code Symtherin at checkout, you'd be directly supporting the channel, as I would then receive a small commission from the sale. Thank you to EA for sponsoring this part of the video. As mentioned, the title of this collab is the Fixer Upper collab, so we are all building things that need a little TLC, which is honestly such a fun challenge to do in The Sims. I always love building like these messy little rundown houses, and when I was invited to do this collab, I was like, I want to do a rundown like little farm or something. I'm thinking like maybe you're doing a rags to riches challenge or something of that nature, especially here in Henford on Bagley. And I know one of the easiest ways, or one common way a lot of us tend to try and get our money, is gardening. I just like the idea of saving up enough simoleons to get this farm, start cleaning it up, eventually maybe add some animals like cows, llamas, chickens. There is no stable here, but you could also do horses if you have horse ranch. You would just have to create and build a stable for that horse, or at least put a bed down and some items and things, but there's plenty of room on this lot. This lot I think is like a 50 by 40, and right now I'm doing this really cool aspect. At least I think it's really cool, and it started off using these debug items, but I opted to use actual columns. My idea was, and I've seen someone do this like probably many years ago, where in their gameplay they were like imagining The Sims kind of renovating, adding a whole room or something, and they were taking it by stages instead of just outright building the room. So this is like the posts and things that go onto a room before you add like drywall and all this stuff. I just thought that was so fun, and I really wanted that to be part of this build because I wanted you guys to have a build that you can, one, obviously easily save up with. I think it's like just under 40,000 simoleons, which might be a little crazy, but I feel like that's doable, especially in a rags to riches. I don't think that's too out there. But I also wanted it to be something that you can customize, that you can easily add onto if you wanted to, maybe remove things, and just really customize it for your Sims and your Sim family. Right now we're playing around with different ideas for like balconies and stuff. I don't think all of them stay. And now we're pulling out the terrain tool because I don't do this enough anymore. I used to play around with terrain tools a lot more in the past, and I miss it sometimes. So I'm trying to bring some of that back. This isn't very complicated. I just wanted this house to be on a little bit of a hill, and I blended in with landscaping and all of that good stuff. So I don't know. I think it came out kind of cute. The landscaping is also a little messy, a little overgrown. We're getting some holes in the roofing here. Like, you're gonna have to work, you're gonna have to work to get this fixed up, which I think is totally doable and totally fun. And I honestly would love to do something like this. Rags to Riches is always a fun way to play the game and can really challenge your simming skills. We're working on the landscaping now. I wanted there to be some sort of pond here because that always looks super cute, and we have the pond tool for a reason, right? We're getting some ivy up on the building. We're going to put that all around. We're using debug items specifically from the Cottage Living kit because, not Cottage Living kit. Cottage Living is a full expansion pack. I'm just so used to saying kits these days because this month we got 5 kits, which is kind of crazy. I did check out the 2 newest ones, the Refined Living Room and the Business Chic kits. I'll have like some shorts or something out soon for that. But now that I say that, we also got some pretty big news. As of the day I'm recording it, The Sims 1 and The Sims 2 have officially been re-released, and they have been teasing this all week long. And I'm recording this on January 31st, so you can kind of see where my headspace is. I cannot focus on work. I cannot do anything else but think about downloading The Sims 1 and The Sims 2 and what kind of content I want to create with it, because I'm so excited. I grew up with The Sims and The Sims 2, primarily Sims 2. That's where I spent most of my time, but I do have some experience in the original Sims. I'm just really excited to relive that. So let me know what you guys want to see. You might have already maybe seen a video I put out, because I might not be able to contain myself, and I might push back uploading this video a couple of days just so I can do some kind of Sims 1 or Sims 2 build of some sort. I just think it would be so fun. I haven't played those games in forever, okay? Like, it has been years, and I have very fond memories. I'm really excited. I also, when I was playing The Sims 2, I was very much into the gameplay of it. I loved building too. I usually went back and forth. So I would love to do some kind of gameplay. Maybe if you guys are interested in seeing some kind of LP, let me know if there's a challenge you want me to try. I also was like, do I stream this? I haven't streamed in years, it feels like, but every so often I kind of get that itch. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but just pay attention to socials and things in case I do decide to do that. I am over on Twitch. That is linked in the description below. I'm not too active there anymore, but I don't know. Maybe that changes this year. We'll see how time is, whether it's against me or with me and all of that good stuff. But I'm going to stop gushing about the re-releases and get back to talking about this build, because that's what we're here for. I wanted the lot to feel somewhat overgrown. You can see I did put like some planting gardening plots over here on the right side of the build, and some piles of dirt from, I believe, the Eco Lifestyle debug menu, if I'm not mistaken. I really utilized Eco Lifestyle debug and Cottage Living debug a lot. I adore that I say Whomping Willow like it's freaking Harry Potter. The Weeping Willow tree. I always do that. Weeping Willows are honestly my favorite tree. I just love the idea of sitting underneath one with a good book. There's not too many from where I'm from, but just the idea of it just makes me feel so cozy and warm and happy. But here we're pulling out like these piles of trash and all of this random stuff. I wanted to make sure some of the stuff gets on in the interior. The interior happens really quick. It's really easy. There's not too much furnishing happening in there. A lot of our details are out here. Like, now we're getting some terrain paint, trying to make it look somewhat muddy and, like I said, overgrown. The walkway path that I'm trying to do, it took me some time to figure out how I wanted to do that, and I wanted to link them here in the backyard too, but I think that's pretty easy if that's something you guys want to like adjust to. It's just terrain paint, it's free, so if you don't like it, you can change it. But I guess a little bit about the interior. There's technically enough room for like 2 bedrooms without like the pretend fake addition rooms that I've got going on, which means you can potentially add another bedroom, maybe another office. On the first floor of the pretend room, I don't know what else to call it, the in progress room, I guess, I do put like 2 woodworking tables out there. The one from base game, but also I think it's from base game, right? Oh god, I hope so. I feel like I can't keep track of these things anymore. But the other one is from the artist studio kit, which I know they're like you probably don't need 2 woodworking benches there, but I just kind of wanted to fill the space with something, and I was thinking, well, maybe your sim here is doing a lot of this stuff DIY, right? Renovating this themselves on a budget, and maybe having multiple working stations is ideal for them. We just went around and finished like the fencing of this lot, and I combined Horse Ranch debug fences with Cottage Living debug fences. I kind of like that look. I don't know. It was definitely adding to more of the like, this place needs to be fixed vibe, if you know what I mean. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't. I also switched out for this like more dingy truck out here. It definitely needs a car wash, and yeah, we're just getting some stones and things. I don't know. I had a lot of fun landscaping this, and it's pretty much all we do in this video, at least until we get into the interior. I wanted to like block off the cow slash llama shed in some way, so I put that little like dead cow plant head over there. I think that was cute. I also do end up finding some vines to put over it too. Here, I just did that there. But yeah, this is the build, and the landscaping around the house did give me some issues. I don't remember how much I kept in for that, because I also had to use the tool mod a lot, and the tool mod at the time I was recording it had not been updated after like the new packs and updates that we've gotten, and there's even more updates we're getting too next week. Oh my god, there is so much Sims content to do and explore. We're getting that big base game update next week on February 4th. Also, the new like Blast from the Past event reward thingy. I don't know what to call it, battle pass, whatnot. That should be fun. I'm very excited. I have so many ideas, and I really hope I can get to them all. It might take some time, but I think I will. I just can't wait to explore everything. And my boyfriend was literally telling me, I know I just got off topic again, but he was literally telling me today, because I was like, how am I going to concentrate on work? And he's like, don't let this affect your job that pays you money to live, like at least enough money to live. And I'm like, well, I can't concentrate. It's really hard. I got my work done. Okay, just so you guys are clear, I did manage to do it, but he then told me, don't get addicted to The Sims. And I had to look at him. I just stopped and I was like, that train sailed like 25 years ago. Because I took a break at some point, it doesn't mean like I was always addicted to this game. And it'll always have this like stronghold on my heart. Like, no, don't tell me not to be addicted. It's too late. I want to cancel all my weekend plans. That's what I want to do. I don't think I'm going to sleep. That's probably what's going to happen. I'm not going to sleep. Anyway, I got off topic again. We're moving on to the interior now. We're starting with the kitchen, and we're using these like old rundown looking base game counters. And I do have to say, this kitchen technically not functional because you don't have a fridge. You have a stove, and I put a microwave, but you don't have a fridge. So that might become a bit of an issue. Maybe your sim can bring a fridge from their previous home, or maybe they can afford like a mini fridge or something in the meantime. But I just kind of like the look of this broken fridge just kind of being here for some reason. I also have never used those cabinets in this color, but for some reason I liked it here. I can't explain why. I really like the blues and yellows in this room, and then even using this rug. That one's actually from Journey to Batu. I like it because it's got like a chunk ripped out of it. Maybe 2 chunks if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I don't know. I really like it, and I hope you guys like this too, and like the idea of moving in here in order to fix it up, because I think that's just super fun. And it's definitely a different way to play than like going on an empty lot and building from scratch, because obviously it can look nice as you're building it from scratch, but doing it this way and having to actually go in and delete, I feel like it's very more hands-on, you know? One weird thing about this build is there is no bathroom on the first floor, and I don't know, you guys can tell me if that's weird or not. I feel like in some places that might be somewhat common. I know the house that my grandpa lived in a while ago, pretty recently, but a while ago, he didn't have a bathroom on the first floor. I thought it was kind of weird at the time, but I guess that's a thing. I don't know. You guys tell me. But there is no bathroom down here. You can probably put one if you prefer to have one, or you can put an outhouse outside too. That could have been an option. That might have been fun to add. So, who knows? I'm just like spitballing some ideas here. But upstairs there's room, or at least I have room enough for 2 bathrooms, but I only furnished one of them, thinking the other one is like under construction or about to be a bathroom kind of thing. You know, here are the 2 woodworking benches that I pull out, so just so you guys know. Anyway, here is the living room, and we get a couple of sofas in here, and I don't remember, I keep that fireplace, but I think I put it into this other room on the side. That other room on the side, I end up using as like a bedroom. We'll talk about that soon. I'm getting ahead of myself. Out here, we're using a lot of items from like the Basement Treasures kit. We're getting the sofa. That other sofa is from Eco Lifestyle. This like scratched up couch, an old TV. Just kind of throwing around some things. We got some paper, some trash in here as well. Not ideal, but it's something. I also end up getting, I think, a bookcase and a little like desk setup over on this side where I couldn't help myself and I had to use some items from the Comfy Gamer kit because it was new, right? It's still pretty new, actually, when you think about it. It's only been a couple weeks, but it was like brand new when I was finishing up this build. So I was like, oh, this is cute. Maybe like the Sim already had this in their inventory and they're starting to try and slowly decorate and make this place a home. And here's the bedroom. I kept it on the first floor because my thinking was that they're probably going to want to like clean up the upstairs, restore it, eventually move their bedroom up there and use this room as like an office space or maybe a dining room, like a formal dining room or something of that nature. But right now it makes a good bedroom because you're in the action of it all. You can get outside pretty quick to check out your crops and things, and I don't know, that was my thought process in that. And I just made some holes in the wall. We got these like stains that's from For Rent, so hopefully you don't mind that. I guess if you don't have the pack they just wouldn't be there, so I guess that's not too big of a deal. And yeah, out here is just like one gardening pot, a blanket, and some decor, I think, from the Greenhouse Haven kit. Yes, okay. My brain is starting to get fried because of all the news and all of the stuff like just rushing through my head right now. So forgive me. Upstairs here, this is our bathroom. It's our only bathroom. And I just wanted to really make it look outdated, but with like some elements that a Sim would maybe move in here, like that towel rack with towels and stuff. Like that looks pretty new. I used the artist kit sink to make it look a little filthy, and definitely a piece you might want to kind of replace. And then in these 2 bedrooms, we just put a bunch of boxes and different things. In the other bedroom, I end up getting a punching bag, so your Sim has another type of skill building item in here, which I thought was fun. But yeah, this has been the Fixer Upper collab, and I really had fun with it, and I'm really grateful for Juby and that one Green Leaf for inviting me to it. So make sure you check them out, as well as everyone else down in the comments below. But now we're gonna go and check it out in live mode. So I loaded in and I forgot that my game was in winter, so maybe we're gonna take a look at it in winter. Maybe that's good because then it gives you guys a way to see like what different seasons might look like for a build. So let me know if you're against that. But here we are. Of course, our terrain paint is all covered in snow and some of this looks a little weird, but I think it adds to some of the rundown look of it. Look at that weeping willow completely dried out and like for the winter, crazy. But yeah, but the yard is pretty simple because there's not much functionality to it. Like this whole piece, this shed here, is a debug item, and I don't know what you could do with it, but maybe you can like switch it out for another horse shed or something of that nature. There is a little bike here, some more trash, just some overgrown stuff. I really do like this covered, and I say covered in quotations, you know what I mean, because it's not a real roof. You could potentially put like a piece of flooring and a roof up there to cover your garden. But yeah, you have piles of dirt and snow and all this stuff in here that you would have to clean up before you even use this. We have broken down tractors back here. Our pond is frozen over, but that looks so cool with the logs and stuff. I love that texture. Over here is where your like farm animals would be. We have a little chicken coop, a place for like a cow and or a llama. I don't know. I really like it, and I think it would be cool to see them kind of roaming around this area. You could also potentially fence this off. Like, there's potential here, and of course the fencing is all broken and busted, which is fun. So because there's no roof to this like room, makeshift room or unfinished built room, the woodworking and the, well, I guess they're both woodworking tables are covered in snow, but they should still be functional. I think I may have to get rid of this fencing piece, and maybe then she can get over here. Can you teleport? Okay, I can get you in that way. And then that's functional. So maybe it's the landscaping. I should probably make sure you guys can actually get into this build. Maybe it's even this piece. Or it could be this piece of grass. Well, we know this is working, so I'm not even going to let her continue. I'm going to try and get her to come down the stairs. That worked now. Okay, it might be the grass, so I'll leave that open, but this probably wouldn't work. Yeah, she's only able to come up here through the back door. There's also not too much to test in here because this isn't really a functioning kitchen. You can probably get like a quick meal here. Is there anything? No, because you need a fridge for that. Yeah, so you would definitely have to work to repair the fridge, you know, in quotations. But I can at least set the sink type and probably test this, like wash your hands and do all that. But I overall think the messy look in here is just so good. I feel like these builds come together a lot quicker because I'm not really worried about it looking good. And even though it's not like starter home value, it's still, you know, it's still fun to maybe play out. Like, you get 2 sofas. You can easily sell one of these if you want to get a fridge, I think. Over here, we have like a little bedroom that maybe could be a secondary living space or a dining space. But I imagine that we're just using this as a bedroom for now. As you're like fixing up the home and all that stuff, like you probably, there's a lot of work that has to be done, and it's probably just easier to stay in here. Was she not able to come in here? She cannot even use this bed. It's probably that nightstand. I'm not too worried about trying to get over here though, so let's try that instead. It is. It was too close. It's okay. Easy fix. We got it. Now there is technically no bathroom up here. Oh, I forgot about the porch. Yeah. This is also uncovered, so everything's covered in snow here, but it's just something out here for now. Obviously, the idea is for you guys to kind of customize this to your own gameplay. Upstairs here, I know it's probably not going to work. Like, look at all the filth here. I even have a whole, like, bathroom. There's nothing in here. So, let's make sure we can come upstairs first, because you might not be able to get in here. So, let's try and go here. That actually works, so you can come right through here. If not, I was going to move this in there. But we can just make sure that you can at least maybe do this stuff here. But yeah, this is perfect because there's clearly room for an addition here. You just put a wall here and get rid of these columns, and then boom, you have a room that you can furnish for a kid or something. And I know she's getting pretty hungry, but where is my mailbox? Ah, there it is. I always forget the mailbox. Hold on. I'm just gonna stick it with these other ones. We'll just do that right there for you guys. I'm going to hold shift click and I'm going to alter her needs. And I'm just going to fill her needs so we don't have to worry about that. But that is this fixer-upper build. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I really do enjoy doing these types of builds. And even though it's not completely livable because you don't have a fridge, I feel like that might be pretty easy to get. It's not starter home value. It's over here at like 38,900 simoleons, so not cheap. But I do feel like you can probably get that pretty quickly, like if you're working on a rags to riches kind of thing. And I just think that would be super fun. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to check out all of the other builders who are participating in this collab, this fixer-upper collab. It's super fun, and I love doing collabs like this. So please make sure you go and check them out. Follow them on all of their socials. All of that is in the description below. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!